Okay, Landon and
take him inside,
Herman are just about to go.
Go! Stop.
All right, winner is Herman Lozano, table number 1. Slip out on table number 2 between Nick and Jeff Mendoza. Okay, thank you. Gotcha. So for table number 1, I now need Cody Bolton and Herman Lozano. Cody Bolton and Herman Lozano to table number 1. Table number 2, the refs are strapping up Nick Penner and Jeff Mendoza from the slip out. Table number 1, we got Cody Bolton and Herman Lozano.
Get that wrist up, Cody.
All right, they're all strapped up in table number 2. Nick Penner, Jeff Mendoza. Nick Penner, they call him the giant killer. Nick Penner takes that win over Jeff Mendoza. Table number 2, we need Xander Penner and Adam Thompson up. Xander Penner and Adam Thompson. We have a fast start on table number 1 for Cody Bolton. We got one warning. We got Xander Penner and Adam Thompson at table number 2.
Come on, Herman.
On deck for table 2 is Joseph Blair and Justice Full. Our winner is Adam Thompson over Xander Penner. Winners, Cody Bolton for table number 1. I now need for table number 1. I need Landon and Herman Lozano. Landon and Herman Lozano for table number 1. Joseph Blair and Justice Powell. Table number 2. Joseph and Justice to table number 2. On deck for table 2 is Justin Pagdato and Nick Penner. Landon and Herman, you're on the B side. Landon and Herman on the B side for table number 1. Table number 2, we have Joseph and Justice at the table. Joseph in the red, Justice in the black. Justice Cole. Justice, the Iceman, takes it. Our winner is Herman Lozano for table number 1.
Elbow on the table. Let's go.
All right, we have Justice Pagdato and Nick Penner on table number 2. Justice is in the black, Nick Penner in the green. Justin Double Dynamite Pagdato against Nick the Giant Killer Penner. Table number 1, we're moving over to the 177 to 187 class, right arm. In the bullpen to my right, I need Dustin M, Ryan Heron, Julian Berg, Spencer Cleaver, Lucas B, Rob Bauk, Cam Feeden, Graham B, and Stephen C. I need you in the bullpen. Table number 1, 187 men's right, I need Rob Bauk and Cam Feeden at the table, please. Table number 1, I need Rob Bauk and Cam Feeden. All right, the referees at table number 2, we got Justin Pagdato and Nick Penner. They're in the straps. And the straps don't lie, don't blink. These two guys are super fast, super powerful. They call Justin Double Dynamite against Nick the Giant Slayer Penner. Go! Nick Penner takes that win over Justin Pagdato. On table number 1, we have Rob Bauk and Cam Feeden at the table. Cam's in the green and Rob's in the black. Go! Winner is Rob Bauk.
Sorry.
On table number 2, I need Adam Thompson and Justice Cowell on the table number 2. Table number 1, I need Dustin M. and Ryan Herron. Dustin M. and Ryan Herron. Dustin is in the green and Ryan's in the brown. Okay, we've got Adam and Justice at table number 2. We've got Dustin and Ryan on table number 1.
Go!
Big hit by Justice, but our winner is Adam Thompson. Our winner is Dustin.
Terry, elbow foul. Who's the winner? Oh, sorry.
Elbow foul on Adam. Okay, elbow foul on Adam. We're gonna restart. Okay, there was an elbow foul at table number 2 on Adams. So they can restart. On table number 1, I need Julian Berg and Spencer Cleaver at the table.
Yeah!
Winner is Justice the Iceman Cowell on table number 2. Nice work, the Iceman. Table number 1, we have Julian Berg and Spencer Cleaver. Julian in the red and Spencer in the gray. Table number 2, I need Jeff and Xander at the table. Jeff and Xander for table number 2. Now we have Jeff Mendoza and Xander at the table. Winner is Spencer Cleaver on table number 1. Julian Berg goes to the back side. Jeff Berg over Xander. I now need Lucas B. and Rob Belk at table number 1. And I need Nick and Justice at table number 2.
Oh, he's in Saskatchewan, living his best life. He's got a sugar mama. Yeah. But he's loving life. He's becoming happy.
At table number 2, we have the Giant Slayer Nick Penner up against the Iceman Justice Cole. Table number 1, I need Lucas B. and Rob Belk. Lucas B. and Rob Belk at the table. All right, on table number 2, we got Nick and Justice. Oh, and we're moving to the straps on table number 2. Table number 1, they're just gripping up here between Rob Belk and Lucas.
Go!
And Rob Belk takes that one on table number 1. Good job, good pulling. Table number 2, they're just getting strapped up. Table number 1, I need Graham B. and Stephen C. at table number 1. Graham B. and Stephen C. at table number 1. Okay, we got Stephen in the black shirt and we got Graham in the tank top. Table number 1, we have table number 2, we have Nick and Justice in the straps.
Go!
Big hit by the Giant Killer Nick Penner to take the win over the Iceman on table number 2. Table number 1 just about to get underway. Table number 2, I need Joseph and okay, Joseph. Joseph, just come down for a second. Just need a few minutes. Okay, table number 1, we have Stephen and Graham going head to head here. Stephen's in the black t-shirt, Graham's in the tank top.
Go!
Huge hook by Graham B to take the win, sending Stephen to the B side.
Yeah, Knox, he's pretty good. Ball is Thanks, sir. You should have brought these guys sippy cups. I know. Well, but he shaves it now. I don't know if he's not.
Okay, at table number 1, I need Dustin and Spencer at table number 1. For table number 2, I need Adam and Jeff. Adam and Jeff, table number 2. Table number 1, I need Dustin and Spencer. All right, we've got Jeff Mendoza, the Prodigy, up against Adam. Table number 1, we have Spencer Cleaver and Dustin McCoffin.
Big top roll, Jeff. Big top roll. Go, Jeff.
Right there. Go!
Huge hit by Spencer Cleaver to take the win over Dustin. Good job. Huge hit by Adam. Adam takes the win over Jeff.
Yeah, that long and shorter arm. You got the arm seat for it. You have to back away, elbow back.
Okay,
Yeah. Table number 1, I need Rob Bouk and Graham B. Table number 1, I need Rob Bouk and Graham B. On table number 2, I need Joseph and Justice. Joseph and the Iceman, Justice Cole. All right, on table number 1, we have Rob Bouk and Graham B going head-to-head. Table number 2, we have Justice, the Iceman Cole, up against Joseph in the red. Table number 1 looks like shaping up to be a good match. Going to be a quick match. A lot of power at the table on table number 1. Go! Table number 2, strap match between Joseph and the Iceman.
Make it out. Make it out. Go!
Huge hit, great by Rob Bouk. Graham B holds on and takes the win over Rob Bouk. Graham B takes that win. All right, so Justice Cole and Joseph are being strapped up. For table number 1, I now need Cam and Ryan H. Cam and Ryan H. Table 1. All right, these guys are the straps here. Joseph and the Iceman are in the straps on table number 2. We've got Cam and Ryan. This is a B-side matchup on table number 1. Go! Huge hit by Justice the Iceman to take the win over Joseph. Justice Cole takes that win on table number 2. Table number 1, we have Cam and Ryan H. On table number 2, I now need Adam and Justice at table number 2.
Make sure they go.
Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so two tables.
Okay, table number 1, I need Julian and Lucas at the table for table number 1. Julian B and Lucas, table number 1.
Yeah. So it's just
You guys are table number. Table number 1. Okay, I now need Double Dynamite Justin Pagdato up against the Iceman Justice Cole on table number 2. Justice and Justin at the table. This will be a good matchup here. Both these guys are evenly matched up. On table number 1, we have Julian and Lucas. Big hit by Lucas. He's holding on. Julian's making a move. Lucas is holding him in the middle. Good fight between Julian and Lucas here. These guys are dead set in the hook. Looks like Julian B takes that one. Go!
make sure they don't.
Okay, Julian, who won that one? Who's the winner? Double Dynamite, Justin Pegdato takes that win. Okay, so on I need Cam and Steven on table number 1. Cam and Steven on table number 1. Table number 2. Table number 2 is down to the finals. So we can put our attention, Cam, you're on table number 1. Cam and Steven, table number 1. Cam in the green and Steven in the black on table number 1.
Yeah, you guys down to the finals. Yeah, you're good. Nice.
All right, table number 1. These guys have locked hands and
Go! That's it. Keep it there.
nice battle here. Steven Chabati takes that win. We're now moving to table number 2, men's right arm, 188 to 198 pounds. Right arm, I need in the bullpen, Jimmy Findley, Jared Burgoyne, Herman Jansen, Jazz Singh, Shane Bauk, Matthew Schultz, and Graham Brown. That's the men's 188 to 198 pounds right arm. At the table for table number 2, I need Jimmy Findley and Jared Burgoyne at the table. Table 1, I need A-side matchup between Spencer Cleaver and Graham B at table number 1.
Yeah, whatever.
Spencer Cleaver and Graham B for table number 1.
Like you.
Table number 2, I need Jimmy Findley and Jared Burgoyne. Table number 2, Jimmy Findley and Jared Burgoyne. All right, I hear the machine, Mr. Jimmy Findley. Firing on all cylinders, the machine is in the house. Table number 1, we have Spencer Cleaver in the gray t-shirt against Graham B in the tank top. This will be a good matchup here between Spencer and Graham. On table 2, we have Jared Burgoyne, and he's up against the Terminator, the machine, Jimmy Findley. We're here at the 2022 Manitoba Provincial Arm Wrestling Championships, the TYC Center. We've got some good matches up here on both tables. Keep your eyes open.
Go!
Big hit by Spencer Cleaver, but Graham B is doing a Jimmy the Monster Findley takes that match on table number 2. Spencer Cleaver is giving it all he's got. Graham B winner, Spencer Cleaver for the A-side, sending Graham B to the B-side. And now I need Rob and Steven to table number 1. Rob Bauk and Steven Chabati to table number 1. On table number 2, I need Herman Jansen and Jazz Singh. Herman Jansen and Jazz Singh to table number 2. Okay, a lot of power coming up to the table. We've seen Herman Jansen before at Primal Armor. This guy's like a destroyer. He's up against Jazz Singh. Table number 2. Table number 1, we have Steven Chabati against Rob Bauk. This will be a good match. Some good matches here, ladies and gentlemen, at both tables.
Go!
Jazz Singh making a move, but Herman Jansen holding on, and a slip out into a strap match between Jazz and Herman. Table number 1, Rob Bauk flashes Steven for the win. Well done. Julian and Dustin for table number 1. I need Julian and Dustin for table number 1. Table number 2, we have Jazz and Herman being strapped up. And as they say, the straps don't lie. All right, moving back to table number 1, we have Dustin and Julian. Julian in the red, Dustin in the green. They're locking arms here at the 2022 Manitoba Provincial Arm Wrestling Championships. It looks like they're all strapped up on table number 2 between Jazz Singh and Herman Jansen. This will be an interesting matchup here on table number 2.
That's it, Jazz. Concentrate on the hat. Exactly. Come on, Herman.
Fast, Jazz. Go!
Right down the middle for table number 2. Dustin McCoffin takes the win on table number 1. I didn't see the winner for table number 2. Okay, Herman Jansen, the destroyer, Herman Jansen, back in the house.
You got a workout over there.
Shane Boak and Matthew Schultz for table number 2. Shane Boak, Matthew Schultz for table number 2. Table number 1, I need Rob Boak and Dustin McCoffin. Rob Boak and Dustin McCoffin for table number 1. Table number 2, we have Shane and Matthew at the table for table number 2. All right, we got Shane the Flash Boak up against Matthew Schultz from the Southeast Smashers. Table number 1, we have Dustin McCoffin from the Southeast Smashers up against Rob Boak. Elbow foul on table number 1 against Dustin. So we're going to restart the matchup. On table number 2, we have Shane Boak and Matthew Schultz just getting ready to go.
Go!
Winner Shane, elbow foul, sorry, elbow foul on Shane. You're going to restart that match.
Go!
Winner on table number 1 is Shane Boak. Excellent. Good match. Shane won. Sorry, Rob. Sorry. Winner on table number 2, Shane Boak. On table number 1, I need Graham B and Rob Boak to the table, please. The B-side matchup on table number 1 between Graham B and Rob Boak. Table number 2. I need Jazz Karan Singh and Matthew Schultz at the table, please. For table number 2, I need Jazz Singh and Matt Schultz at table number 2. Table number 1, we need Rob Boak and Graham B.
Yeah, because you're pulled too flat.
Okay, yeah. Did you say Josh? Back on table 2? Yeah. Well, I'm in the other class, so we know this. Like, it's okay. You're here now.
You're good here. Yeah, we got you figured. You're gonna have a busy.
Don't ask us. We're not going to tell you. We don't know.
All right, on table number 1, we have Graham B and Rob Boak. Table number 2, we have Matt Schultz and Jazz Singh.
Go!
Jazz makes a move. Matt's holding on. Good matchup here between Matt and Jazz. Huge hit with Rob Boak and Graham. We got a stoppage here. Elbow foul on Rob Boak at table number 1. We're going to restart. Table number 2 is going hard and heavy here with Jazz Singh and Matt Schultz. Right down the middle between these two warriors. Good matchup here. Nice even matchup between Jazz Singh and Matt Schultz. Matt's making a move. Matt Schultz takes the win over Jazz Singh. Moving back to table number 1, we've got Rob Boak and Graham B locking arms. Table number 2, I need Herman Jansen and Shane Boak. Table number 2, Herman Jansen and Shane Boak. We got a stoppage, second elbow foul on Rob Boak. Graham B takes that win on table number 1. Table number 2, we have Herman Jansen and Shane Boak on table number 2. Shane Boak and Herman Jansen. For table number 1, we're moving over to the for the table number 1. We're now moving to the men's class, 199 to 220 pounds, right arm. We have in the bullpen. I need Justin Thomas, Christian Martins, Chase Hodgson, Curtis Mocan, Billy Berg, Vincent Squires, Tanner Jenkinson. Shane Boak take elbow foul on Shane on table number 2. We're going to restart that match between Herman Jansen and Shane Boak. table number 1, we're doing the men's 199 220. I need Justin Thomas and Christian Martins to table number 1. Justin Thomas and Christian Martins to table number 1.
Everything you got, Shane. Let's rock. Come on, baby.
Shane Bout, lightning speed, takes that win over Herman Jansen. Table number 1, we have Justin the Tank Thomas up against Christian Martins. Table number 2, I need Graham Brown and Jimmy Finley, the Machine, up against Graham Brown. Table number 2. Table number 1, we have Justin Thomas up against Christian Martins. These guys are just about ready to pull. Table number 2, we got an elbow foul on Justin Thomas. They're going to restart that matchup. And table number 2, we have Jimmy the Machine Finley up against Graham Brown. Table number 1, we have second elbow foul on Justin Thomas. Our winner is Christian Martins for table number 1.
Just make sure that they got it.
Table number 1, I need Chase Hodgson and Curtis Mocan. Chase and Curtis on table number 1. All right, we're moving to table number 2, the Machine against Graham B. This will be an interesting matchup. Jimmy Finley and Graham Brown are doing battle here on table number 2. Table number 1, we have the Machine is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Takes the win over Graham Brown. Table number 1, we have Chase and Curtis doing battle. Table number 2, I need Jared and Herman. Herman Jansen and Jared Burgoyne and Herman Jansen, table number 2. We have Curtis Mocan and Chase Hodgson on table number 1. Chase is in the green and Curtis is in the black. Table number 2, we have Herman Jansen and Jared Burgoyne. All right, a good matchup here between Curtis and Chase on table number 1. Table number 2 is off. We have Herman Jansen. Winner, table number 2 is Herman Jansen. The Destroyer is back. We need Jim and Shane. Jimmy Finley and Shane Bauk on table number 2. The Flash against the Machine. Table number 1, we have Curtis Mocan over Chase. On table number 2, we have Shane and Jimmy Finley. Table number 1, I need Billy Berg and Vincent Squires on table number 1. Billy the Iceberg and Vincent Squires on table number 1.
Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim.
Table number 2, we have the Flash. Shane Bauk against Jimmy the Machine Finley. This will be an interesting matchup here between these two experienced. Both are provincial champions on table number 2. Table number 1, we have Billy Iceberg against Peter Squire.
Come on, Jim.
Billy's been working his right arm super strong up against the powerful Vincent Squire. Table number 2 is just about ready to go between the Flash and the Machine. We've got exciting matches on both tables here.
Ready, go.
Huge hit by Shane Bauk. Shane Bauk takes the win and upsets Jimmy Finley, but a good matchup between Shane and Jimmy. Winner Vincent Squires, too much power. Vincent Squires takes the win for Billy Berg. On table number 2, I need Jimmy Finley and Matt
guys gonna get some duct tape over?
Matt Schultz and Jimmy Finley on table number 2. Table number 1, I need Tanner Jenkinson and Christian Martins. Big Tanner Jenkinson and Christian Martins on table number 1.
I guess we give a calming effect over here or something. I can see it. It's green.
All right, we got some big boys here. Table number 1, Big Tanner Jenkinson up against Christian Martins. Yeah, table number 2, we have Jimmy the Machine Finley up against Matthew Schultz from the Southeast Smashers. Table number 1, we got Big Tanner Jenkinson up against Christian Martins.
Go!
We're moving to the straps for table number 1 between Tanner and Christian. Interesting matchup here between Jimmy Finley and Matthew Schultz from the Southeast Smashers.
Come on, Tim. It's a fire.
Go! Jimmy Finley just annihilates Matthew Schultz on table number 2. These guys are strapping up here. Christian Martins and Big Tanner Jenkinson. Okay, table number 2 would get Jimmy the Machine Finley up against the Destroyer Herman Johnson. All right, and table number 1, Big Tanner and Christian are both strapped up and ready to go. They're just getting their grips. As they say, the straps don't lie.
Come on, Jim.
Okay, Herman, just 1 second, sorry. Jimmy, just hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I see.
Sorry. Okay, table number 1 is all strapped up, ready to go. Tanner Jenkinson, oh, we got a stoppage elbow foul on Tanner. Gotta watch that elbow. We're gonna restart the match here between Christian and Tanner. These guys are in the straps, and as they say, the straps don't lie. Okay, on table number 2, we need Herman Jansen and Graham Brown on table number 2. Herman Jansen and Graham Brown on table number 2. Table number 1 is just about ready to go between Tanner and Christian. They're in the straps. Big move by Tanner Jenkinson. Christian is holding on. Tanner needs to do a finishing move here. Elbow foul, losing position. Winner is Tanner Jenkinson for the win on that. Christian moves over to the B side. On table number 2, we have Herman Jansen up against Graham Brown on table 2.
Make sure they got
He's only half an inch up the green line there.
On table number 1, I need Curtis Mokan and Vincent Squires. Table number 1, Vincent and Curtis on table number 1.
I just want the chance, that's all.
Go!
Big hit by Herman the Destroyer, but Graham Brown's giving him some trouble. They're right down the middle, these guys. Excellent matchup here between Graham and Herman.
Come on, Graham! Go! Come on, Graham!
Herman Johnson turns on the heat.
Go!
Takes the win over Graham Brown. Herman the Destroyer is in the house. Now we have Curtis Mokan and Vincent Squires on table number 1. A lot of power on table number 1. Vincent and Curtis.
Go!
Huge hit by Curtis, but Vincent is holding on. Vincent turns on the heat. Losing position foul. Winner Vincent Squires takes that match over Curtis Mokan.
Yeah, it was like
and they have a choice.
Yeah. He was going away from it. He was on his way out. Either way, Vince would win.
All right, we need the Machine up against the Destroyer. Jimmy Findlay, the Machine, up against Herman, the Destroyer Jansen.
I'm just looking for that level.
I now need on table number 1, Chase and Billy Berg. Chase against the Iceberg, Billy Berg.
The King's move.
Come on, Billy!
The famous.
What's table number 2, right?
Yeah.
I hate it, but
Herman Jansen and Jimmy Findlay are going to be doing battle on table number 2. Table number 1, we're going to be seeing Chase and Billy Iceberg. All right, the Machine is getting all pumped up, and the Destroyer is ready to do battle. Table number 2, table number 1, we've got the Iceberg, Billy Berg up against Chase.
Come on, Herman! Come on, Billy! Come on, Jim!
Let's go!
Hey, Chris. Your body height. Go!
Huge hit by Jimmy the Machine Findlay. Takes the win over the Destroyer, Herman Jansen. Table number 1, we have big hit by Chase, but Billy Berg's making a move, turning up the heat on table number 1. Our winner, Billy Iceberg. Table number 2, I need the men's 221 to 242 class on table number 2. We need Kevin Martins, Martin Zacharias, Kyle Blackland, and Big Ben Klassen. Kevin Martins, Martin Zacharias, Kyle Backlund, and Ben Klassen for table number 2. We have 4 competitors for the men's 221 to 242 on table number 2. Table number 1, I now need Tanner Jenkinson and Vincent Squires. We're going to do an A-side matchup here between Tanner and Vincent on table number 1. Kevin Martins and Martin Zacharias. Table number 2.
Alignment with all your fingers. That's an impressive thing. None of them are stuck.
Table number 1, I need Tanner Jenkinson and Vincent Squires. We got 2 big boys here on table number 1, Tanner and Vincent. Table number 2, we've got Kevin Martins and Martin Zacharias here. All right, on table number 1, we got Vincent and Tanner just about ready to go. Table 2, we got Kevin and Martin.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, Kevin.
Kevin Martins takes the win over Martin. And we move now to Kyle and Ben. Kyle Backlund and Big Ben Klassen. Winner is Vincent Squires over Tanner Jenkinson. So Tanner moves to the B side. Vincent stays on the A side.
What's that? Oh, yeah. I've been in it for a couple of years.
He goes to number 4. Sorry, he goes to 9.
That's always good to have on the board, you know.
Okay, on table number 1, I need Christian and Billy Iceberg. Christian and Billy Iceberg for table number 1. Go! We got Big Ben Klassen taking the win over Kyle Backlund, table number 2. And on table number 1, we have Billy Iceberg up against Christian Hogson. On table number 2, I need Marlon and Kyle.
Or is it Martin? I'm not sure.
Or is it Martin? Martin Zacharias.
Is it Martin? Okay, sorry, buddy.
Marlon Zacharias and Kyle Backlund on table number 2. Kyle and Marlon on table number 2.
Yeah, go! It's not a one-match day there, Kyle.
Billy Berg making a move, and Christian is holding on. There's a good matchup here between Christian and Billy. We have Marlon and Kyle on the table here. Kyle making a big move. And Marlon is holding on. Kyle's looking to finish it. But Marlon is not saying it. He's not letting it happen. We got a winner, Backlund, for the win over Marlon. Good matchup, boys. We're back at table number 1 between Billy and Christian. Table number 2, I need Kevin Martins and Big Ben Klassen for table number 2. Kevin Martins and Big Ben Klassen.
Ben, no mercy.
Table number 1, we have Christian and Billy Iceberg. Table number 2, we have both pullers are from the Southeast Smashers here, Kevin and Big Ben. Table number 1, they've hit. Christian making a move. And our winner on table number 2 is Ben Klassen for the win. Huge matchup here on table number 1 between Christian and Billy. These guys just don't give up. On table number 2, I need Kevin and Kyle to the table, please. Kevin and Kyle to the table for table number 2. All right. And these guys are setting up for the 3rd time. Billy Iceberg and Christian Martins. Christian Martins and Billy Iceberg for table number 1. And on table number 2, we have Kyle and we have Kevin.
Kyle, take that hat, grip it like you fucking mean it. Go! Stop! Tear it off!
Simultaneous elbow fouls and cancels out. We're going to do a restart here on table number 1. This is their 4th setup now for table number 1 between Billy Iceberg and Christian Martins. These guys are both warriors. Both these guys, hopefully they've been working out, and I think they both have incredible conditioning here. Billy Iceberg and Christian Martins. Table number 2, we're going to go to the straps between Kyle and Kevin.
Okay, Kyle.
All right, we're all strapped up and ready to go. Billy Iceberg does a hook. Christian takes the win over Billy. Good matchup between Christian and Billy Iceberg. I need Justin and Curtis at the table. I need Justin Thomas and Curtis Mocan on table number 1. Table number 2 is all strapped up between Kyle and Kevin. As they say, the straps don't lie. Kevin making a move over Kyle, and Kevin takes the win over Kyle. Table number 1, we have Curtis Mocan and Justin the Tank Thomas gripping up. Table number 2, we're moving on to the men's heavyweight 243 plus class right arm. We have Brett W, Ward D, Ward Drake, Marlon Z, Robin B, Boychuk, Kyle B, Ben Klassen. Edgar R, Eric Thompson, Andrew Grant, Luke El Rafahi, and Michael T. Go! Yeah! Winner is Justin Thomas in table number 1. Justin Thomas takes that win. So the first matchup on table number 2 in the men's right arm 243 plus is Brett W and Ward Drake. Brett W and Ward Drake for table number 2. Table number 1, I now need Christian and Justin Thomas. Christian Martins and Justin Thomas for table number 1. Who won?
I did.
Ward Drake. Okay. Justin Thomas, you're needed at table number 1. Justin Thomas. Okay, we've got Justin Thomas and Christian on table number 1.
Go press it around, Justin.
And
Let's go,
we
buddy.
need on table number 2, I need Marlon Z and Robin Boychuk on table number 2. Robin Boychuk and Marlon Z.
Go.
Huge hit by Justin the Tank Thomas, but Christian is holding on. Table number 1. Nice battle between these two warriors. Winner is Christian for the win over Justin the Tank Thomas. On table number 2, we have Robin Boychuk and Marlon Z at the table. I now need Tanner Jenkinson and Christian Martins at the table for table number 1. Tanner Jenkinson and Christian Martins for table number 1. The winner will face off against Vincent Squires. Elbow foul on Robin Boychuk, so they're going to restart the matchup here on table number 2 between Marlon Z and Robin Boychuk.
Another 15 seconds anyway.
All right, on table number 2, we have Robin Boychuk and Marlon Z. Just about ready to go. Huge push by Robin Boychuk. Robin Boychuk takes that win. Tanner Jenkinson up against Christian Martins on table number 1. Two big boys here, a lot of power. The B-side matchup here, the winner will go up against Vincent Squires. On table number 2, I need Edgar B and Eric Thomas. Table number 2, Edgar B. I hope I'm saying that right. Edgar B and Eric Thomas.
Go! Sir, is it Edgar?
Tanner, did you win? Okay, Tanner Jenkinson. Okay, we're moving on to okay, on table number 1, we're moving on to the women's right arm, a 0 to 132 class. Margarita, Christy Finley, Donna Purdy, Kristen Vincent, and Persia Eve. Table number 1, the first matchup will be between
fairly well made.
Let me look at that one. Especially my foot down. Just do another match here.
Having the offset option. That's a good generic.
okay, on table number 2, I need Andrew Grant and Luke El Rafahi. Andrew Grant and Luke El Rafahi on table number 2.
I tried doing it. This one just kept
I think this is the model that they ordered. Because I think he has that option. They'll ship it around it as well.
Focus. Use the force. Focus.
Okay, on table number 2, we have Big Andrew Grant up against Luke El Rafahi. Andrew Grant, multiple Manitoba champion, up against Luke.
And this isn't. Well, the strings, they lose their elasticity if you don't replace them.
Don't let it bully you.
Go! We got a misery.
These guys are going up at the strap for table number 2 between Andrew Grant and Luke.
Yeah, so you leave them up for a couple of months.
Yeah, Daryl's gonna get it.
Yeah. And that's why I needed this. I need to see over this. You know,
Manitoba Arm Wrestling Association is super thankful to have such high caliber refs with us today. We have Fred Roy, Jason Dubray, David Hicks, and Chris Nichols joining us, bringing us a lot of caliber and credibility to the Manitoba Provincial Championships here. 2022. On table number 2, we have Andrew Grant and Luke Rafahi. Andrew Grant turns up the heat and takes the win over Luke, sending Luke to the B-side. All right, on table number 1, we're going to move to the women's 0 to 132 right arm. I need Margarita, Persia, Donna, and Kristen. First matchup on table number 1 for the women's right arm, 0 to 132, is between Donna Purdy and Kristen Vincent on table number 1. Donna Purdy and Kristen Vincent on table number 1.
If you get a chance, mention just how good the sportsmanship has been so far. Shaking hands, it's been great.
I just got some feedback from our referees, and they're very impressed with the level of sportsmanship and shaking hands before and after the matches. So, pullers, please keep it up. Good work on that sportsmanship. Thank you. Table number 2, we need Peter Berg and Ward Drake on table number 2. Peter Berg and Ward Drake on table number 2. Table number 1, women's right arm, we have Donna Purdy up against Kristen Vincent.
Doesn't like getting the second guy for the biggest man in the class.
No, that way you get him on the air.
All right, both these pullers, Kristen is a sword winner, Donna champion of many tournaments. This is the right arm, yeah, right arm. Women's right arm, 0 to 132 between Donna Purdy and Kristen Vincent. This will be a good match to watch. On table 2, we have Peter Berg up against Ward Drake. This will be an interesting match. Ward Drake, known for his tremendous hand strength, up against the power of Peter Berg on table number 2. Kristen Vincent, sword tournament winner, up against multiple tournament winner Donna Purdy. We're moving to the straps on table number 2 between Ward Drake and Peter Berg. Kristen and Donna are just getting their grips. We're trying to find their grip. They've got 30 seconds to find their grip. Ward Drake and Peter Berg are getting all strapped up here by referee Fred Roy. Thank you to all the referees for keeping everybody safe and fair. All right, Ward and Peter all strapped up. Kristen Vincent and Donna Purdy are off. Big hit by Kristen and takes the win over Donna Purdy, sending Donna to the B-side. I now need Margarita and Persia on table number 1. Margarita and Persia to table number 1. All right, Peter Berg and Ward Drake are all strapped up. They've found their grip and just about ready to go here. And Peter Berg turns on the power to take the win over Ward Drake.
Yeah, and I got a second one there in case.
For table number 2, I need Robin Boychuk and Kyle B. Robin Boychuk and Kyle B for table number 2. On table number 1, we have Margarita and Persia.
Let's go, Persia! Come on, Margarita. Let's go. Keep coming. Yeah, there we go.
Winner is Persia Weed over Margarita, sending Margarita to the B-side. On table number 2, we have Robin Boychuk up against Kyle Backlund. They call him Robin Double Trouble Boychuk against Kyle Backlund. On table number 1, I need Persia and Kristen Vincent on table number 1. Persia and Kristen Vincent. Rob Boychuk, elbow foul, Rob Boychuk. They're going to restart the match on table 2. Table 1 is going to be Kristen Vincent and Persia Weeb. Kyle Backlund and Robin Boychuk on table number 2. Robin Boychuk doing the press. Takes the win, table number 1. Table 2, Kristen Vincent. Kristen Vincent takes the win on table number 1.
Daryl.
You know what?
Table number 1, I need Margarita and Donna. Table number 1, I need Margarita and Donna. Table number 2, I need Ben Klassen and Edgar. Table number 2, we need Ben Klassen and Edgar.
Thank you.
Edgar and Ben Klassen, table number 2. Table number 1, we have Margarita and Donna. Big Ben Klassen takes that win over Edgar.
Go!
Donna Purdy takes the win over Margarita.
Good job, sweetheart.
Okay, Donna can stay up here. Donna, stay up on table number 1. Donna and Persia to the table, please. And now I need Andrew Grant and Michael T to the table, please. Andrew Grant and Michael T to the table. Table 1 is Persia and Donna. Table number 1. Table number 2 is Andrew Grant and Michael T.
I like the way these guys are.
All right, Big Mike Tillett on table number 2.
I gotta fix that. Okay, we'll take a break after.
Tickets are still on sale for the meal, and to get into the awesome draws, so you can come to the registration table if you want the carvery beef sandwich and fries, $20, and you're in a draw which includes the 3 Army Nationals if you win.
Elbow foul on table number 2 by Andrew. They're going to restart between Michael Tillett and Andrew Grant. Table number 1 is off to a start. Donna Purdy on the deep. Persia is stopped Donna. Now working away. Elbow foul on Donna Purdy. They're going to restart the match. Table number 2 is underway between Michael Tillett and Andrew Grant. And Andrew Grant's holding on. They slip out. They're moving to the straps. But how about that match between Persia Weave and Donna Purdy on table number 1? They're going to restart that match after an elbow foul on Donna. Table number 2 is getting all strapped up.
Can we do that? Can we take that table out and fix it away, or how you want to wait? What do you got? You need to fix, right? I have to take the 4 screws off the other.
Come on, hey, focus. Focus.
I love you, kid.
Let's go.
All right, on table number 1 between Donna Purdy and Persia Weave.
Get the wrist up.
We saw some interesting power there from Persia. Table number 2 is all strapped up between Andrew Grant and Michael Tillett.
Let's go.
As they say, the straps don't lie.
Focus, you can do it. Focus. Go.
And they're off.
Let's go.
Win by Andrew Grant. Persia Weave is making a move over Donna Purdy here.
Don't stop. Here it comes. Keep going. Stay right there.
Persia Weave is working it hard there. Great matchup here between Persia and Donna.
Here it comes.
Persia's making a move.
She's let go. Winner.
The winner, Persia Weave.
Guys, Carrie, I'm going to move over this one. Is that okay? Mark, will you finish that class or no? Yeah. You go ahead.
We're gonna move. We're gonna complete the rest of this class on table number 1. So we're gonna get Eric and Kyle to table number 1. Table number 2 is just being cleared. So we're gonna get Eric and Kyle to table number 1, please. Eric Thomas and Kyle to table number 1.
Come on, time we got some big fellas here.
I got, when my wife gets back, I got a strap ready.
Oh, you know what?
Okay, we're just moving over table number 2 people to table number 1 temporarily while table 2 gets repaired. So on table number 1, we have Kyle and Eric Thomas locking arms. We're still in the men's 243 plus right arm. On deck for table number 1 will be Luke El Rafahi and Ward Drake. Our winner is Kyle on table number 1.
No, it was me and Pixie had tightened up. Oh, wait, is this tied up here? No, hang on, guys. Okay. See, it's a good thing. Wrong way, mechanic from Lucy Bay.
We now need Luke El Rafahi and Ward Drake on table number 1. All right, we at table number 1. We got Ward Drake and Luke El Rafahi. On deck will be Michael Tillett and Brett and Michael on deck for table number 1. Just about ready to go here. Ward Drake and Luke El Rafahi. I thank all our refs for being safe and clear. One warning on Ward Drake.
That might not be my first rodeo.
Go!
Big hit by Ward, but Luke El Rafahi holds on, and they're moving on to the straps.
I thought that was a fail, but anyway. What? Right over there.
Okay, guys, good. Yeah, I'll wait till there and I'll move.
That was fast, eh? Yeah, that was great. Yeah, we'll move back to where we were. It was like a pit stop. I know, yeah. NASCAR pit stop. Early wage for a second. It's $150 an hour. I know. I can't wait for it in the bill. Good thing you did it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but it ain't the time, it's the knowledge. You're paying for the knowledge.
You're paying for the knowledge. That's a good answer. That is a really good answer.
Okay, we're going to be calling up the women's right arm 133 to 154 class. We have 3 competitors: Brittany Sutherland, Christy Finley, and Vivian Santos have just come into the bullpen to my right. And you'll be at table number 1 after this matchup between Luke and Ward.
What's this one? Everybody wants out of your mind. Yeah.